All right, we back at it again, YouTube. We got a leg video for y'all. Hope y'all like this one. I started off with, now I usually start off every leg day with a glute warm-up or leg curl or hamstring warm-up. So on this one, what I'm doing is I'm doing the seated leg curls. Now I'm doing the seated leg curls because from the studies that I've read over the years, you get more hamstring activation with the seated leg curl because of the position that your body's in. You're in a fixed position. Then I go to the single leg RDL. Now I do this because it does stretch my hamstring in a different position and I get to activate my glutes individually. When I go to do my leg workouts in the past, if my glutes were stiff or my hamstrings were tight, it wouldn't let me get in the hole as I needed to get in the hole. Now with this, it's very difficult sometimes if you're new, because once you go down and you're extended out, one, you gotta fight for balance, so use a stick if you need to. But then I have to square my hips up so my body isn't awkwardly rotating and missing the glute. First real exercise is the leg press. Now, today I think was a heavier day, which isn't really too heavy because I'm working back into everything, but I do the leg press because now that lets me know how warmed up my glutes are. And then I don't have any flexibility issues once I warmed up my glutes and once I warmed up my hamstring. Also, I do tibia raises and calf raises. I'll add those into another video. So I think I did 4 sets of maybe 8 to 10. And when I do these, I superset them with what you'll see me doing here is just a body weight squat on my toes, because that's how I feel my knees warming up even more. So then we go into the squats, which is essentially why I'm doing everything else. How the hack squats, how the leg press goes, lets me know how my squats will feel. So I warmed up with the 1 plate, and I warmed up with the 2 plates. Now, of course, if you know me from the past, I used to squat super duper heavy. Now, to me right now, just going to 275 is heavy because I haven't been squatting as much as I would like to, but I'm getting back to that. So I did 1 plate, 2 plates. Now I did 4 sets at the 275, and if you see, I only did 6 reps. So I'm slowly working my way back up, because as the weight gets heavier, I want it to feel light all over again. So eventually on my lighter days, what I'll do is only 2 1/4, 8 to 12 reps. And this is a heavier day because I'm just preparing my body and my central nervous system and my lower back, because I am doing more deadlifts again. So I want to make sure I have good, sufficient recovery time in between when I'm doing these exercises. Boom, now we go to the Bulgarian split squat with the weight on the back. Now these further are gonna stretch my glutes, pause, and they're gonna make sure I hit my quad. So this is a quad dominant day. Now, when I do these movements in unilateral, I feel way better. Everything gets stronger when I do this. I make sure I keep my foot planted, make sure my knee isn't going out, make sure it's not buckling in, and it also tests my adductors and abductors by me maintaining balance. I like to do a lot of things that I have to balance, because now when I need my body or my legs in a compound movement, I'm not going to my toes, my knees aren't buckling in, and I'm not having hip issues. These killed me, which they do often to most people. So you gotta respect them. People were complimenting the shoes while I was in, oh, he's working out those. I can't remember what these are called. I just always get shoes anyway. That's what happens, you get the hookup a lot. I finished off with, well, almost close to finishing off. I did about 4 sets of leg extensions. Nice and smooth. I'm actually leaned back on that one. So I hit 4 sets of 12 to 15 on that. Then I finish out this leg day with the adductors and abductors. For me, in the past, always squatting, deadlifting, I noticed my form and my base is a lot stronger when I do happen to incorporate these a couple times a week, no matter what it is, whether it's for squats or for deadlifts. Strengthening my hips and my adductors, actually, and when you do those muscle groups, it's not just your thighs that gets bigger, or just, it doesn't only come from leg extensions and pressing movements. There's a muscle inside of your thighs that thickens up too, and it makes your legs look even bigger. Guys, we gotta make sure we do these adductors and abductors. They may seem uncomfortable, but I call these the anti-slip muscles. If you've ever been around snow or might have slipped on ice, you might have slipped and felt like your groin was going to tear or something like that. But if you're always working these muscles and doing functional exercises, you know, your unilateral movements or whatnot, These exercises can save you from getting a lot of injuries, whether it be in or outside of the gym. So that was my leg day. I will link everything down in the description here. And until next time, this is your coach, Bobby.